And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Whew, I do apologize for that short break, but we have returned. We have returned here with our next show match. We just wrapped up with Creator versus Bian. We just wrapped up with Juanito versus Bian, and now we have Juanito versus Solar. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Also, you can tell I was just outside. My glasses are transition glasses, so whenever they hit UV light, they do turn into sunglasses. So I was just outside. For those, I mean, I don't mind sharing. For those that are curious, fun fact. Now, 3 days ago, we had some random rabbits show up, like a pair of what seems to be like docile like rabbits. Like they just showed up in the front yard, and they've just been chilling. They've just we went to our neighbors and we were asking like, "Yo, are these yours? Like, what's happening?" They're like, no, like we know nothing about any rabbits. It's like, okay, they look like maybe they were pets, maybe they were pets of someone, and yeah, they're just here. They've just been chilling. So fun fact, I actually ordered some like hay, like some rabbit hay. I was looking up like what they eat. I ordered some hay. We were like giving them like some like lettuce and stuff like that, but I ordered some hay this morning. But I was a bit concerned because it was raining today. It was raining. It's really cold. It's really cold here in Australia right now. It's winter, and it was raining this morning, and I went out and I couldn't find them. I was like, oh, I guess maybe they just moved on. But yeah, I just went outside and they're there. They're just chilling. So gave them some food, and yeah, we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens, whether they stick around or not. Suddenly we might just become owners of rabbits. I don't know. Yeah, crazy. They're very cute though. They're very cute. Ooh. Unfortunately, they're not random ducks that we can that drop by. That'd be very on brand for the CranKy Ducklings. But yeah, just these two. They're pretty big as well. Like maybe this big, medium-sized rabbits. They keep their distance. But yes, we're just outside giving them some food as we settle in, as we get into our next game, as we get into our next series. Best of 5. Este pecoeta. Oh no. But yes, we're getting into our next series here into a best of 5 between Solar and SpeCial and Juanito. Let's go. Game 1 is going to be on ley lines. Once again, just to reiterate, these are just some friendly show matches. I mean, there's obviously money on the line, but show matches that Kanoya did organize, it did sponsor. Kanoya is a French caster. He's a French caster and only recently started like committing a little bit more to casting at the start of the year and did organize some show matches. And here we go. We're jumping into game number 1. And spawning, God, they changed colors. God damn it. And spawning in the bottom or top right hand corner of ley lines, we have our South Korean Zerg player. We have our Blue Zerg representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have the Mexican Terran player. We have the Red Terran. It is Juanito SpeCial. Here we go. And yes, I think it was at the start of the year he did name change, and he's promoting his coaching services. Hi. Este Juanito. As we're opening up the low ground, we're going for the SpeCial opener. So SpeCial, for those that are winding it back, for those that maybe are unaware, if you know the 2x Reaper opener on the low ground that Bian and Maru did popularize, that was over a year ago at this point, there was actually a build that they took from SpeCial. SpeCial, he did begin that actually. He did begin that himself, going for his own 2x Reaper start. But actually this looks like the SpeCial opener. Ranks expand into factory on the low ground. Let's go. If you want to give them a sweet treat, give them a banana. My bunny loved them. Oh, they eat bananas. So far we've only given them a little bit of lettuce and a carrot as well. We did look up that they can have some fruits and vegetables, but they don't want to rely on that as their main diet. So just giving them a little bit of that. But banana, that's crazy. Okay. I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see if they stick around. Then might become a new pet owner. But it's only been like 3 days. It's been like 3-4 days. So we'll see. And then again, if someone like goes by like looking for their lost rabbits, then obviously we want to make sure that we actually have them looking like taken care of. So we'll see. So now for now, we are going to be settling in. Again, I assume it was going to be Rax expand into factory. It's going to be Rax factory first, followed by the delayed CC. And again, this is a build that SpeCial did invent, that SpeCial did popularize. The purpose of this is to have a very secure low ground setup ahead of time, as he does fully wall off. It means that an earlier pull timing won't really get any damage done. So you're able to wall off, able to cut some corners. The biggest downside of this build is that you are very vulnerable to roach all-ins and to roach aggression. The reason for this is because typically when you go for, say, a 9 roach timing with an early gas, we're pulling out a gas, but like given a situation where we have a gas income and a roach warren instead, if Solo were to push out with roaches, then in a standard game they would take over the natural. But SpeCial, he would just lift the CC, he'll lift the CC, he'd evacuate, and he'd defend on the main with a bunker, and then slowly break out and expand, and the game continues. Here, because of the low ground setup, as SpeCial almost gets surrounded, as he, Jesus, playing with fire right now. But here, because all the production's on the low ground, it means that if roaches, if they break the natural, they also break the production as well. Which means they can end the game. So that's the one risk that you take here if you go for this kind of style, if you go for this kind of setup. For now, though, we do see Juanito does poke out. It's going to be on SpeCial to scout the gases to make sure that there is no fast roach warren. Third base was seen, so most likely no roaches, just a standard opener out of Solar. And SpeCial, again, seeing the base does give him that peace of mind. Does go to a triple Reaper, double Hellion. Pulling away. Seems like rabbits were probably introduced to Australia. They were. There used to be a bunch of like ads here about it. But yes. Rabbits are. They were not originally here. They're not meant to be here, Pappy. We have kangaroos instead. And they're very confused. That's the Australian rabbit. The kangaroo. Oh. As we do have our third CC follow-up here. So economic follow-up here out of SpeCial. It was a starport before CC, so this is actually quite an aggressive start from our Terran player. Opening up Raven? Yo, he's been watching Reddit. Let's go. It's like, why do you just make a Raven? True. Raven pops out. Second Raven? Triple Raven? Wait, what? I mean, one Raven for creep is fine, but he's getting up to triple Raven production. He's crazy. Okay. Let him cook, Pappy. Let him cook. Stim is on the way as well, so it's not mech. He's getting to Stim. There's some auto turret harassers as well. Not getting too much done yet, but interesting. Yeah, Spores do zone. Lings in position as well. They collapse on the auto turret. Turrets are not getting much done. They can maybe get a drone. Oh, no, not quite. Yeah, in total here, 2 drones, 2 Zerglings. But Solar, he is holding his defending. That's a lot of Hellions, so Jesus, how many? 10? 9. 9 Hellions. They can dive into a middle line. Speaking of, they're diving in. Lings, they're lying in wait. They collapse in. Okay, they slow down the push. Queen's from behind. SpeCial getting locked down. He does break through the Zerglings, though. Barely breaks through. Gets into the natural. Does roast up a middle line. 4 drones going to be going down. Oh, they're lining up 6 drones. That's just 6 up to 8. So 8 drones do fall. Getting another. Getting up to 9. 10. Not bad. 10 drone kills. We do get, 10 drones. 11 drones, 13 in total. Remember, 2 went down earlier to the Reapers. Does roast up the middle line. Raven harass continues going into the main. Let's go. The Ravens, they keep popping up. Did one go down? Oh, yeah, one did go down. So down to 2 Ravens. Killing another drone. And another. Oh, my God. SpeCial, he's an animal. Calm down. And the dust does settle here. 16 drone kills. Very nice damage done by SpeCial. Takes down 16 workers. Takes down 24 Zerglings. Did cost him a Raven, which is brutal. Ideally, you want to preserve your Ravens to continue this kind of auto-attack harass. And behind this building up and getting to its own bio setup. Let's go. we go. From here, once again, harassing you at the natural. This time, Zerglings are keeping up. This time, Solo does minimize losses. Bearing in mind, Stim is done. Special heads towards the fourth. Can he cast the queens? Takes down the tumor. Stim's on in. Oh, the first queen does not go down. Clutch transfuse. Solo holds. So he holds. He does deflect. Does turn away. Does turn away. Solar, he's trying to hold on. So far, he does maintain his bases. He's on a decent drone count. Once again, there gets a queen. Oh my god, the transfuse there. Clutch transfuse out of Solar. Does preserve the queens once again. Yeah, so he's holding at the same time. Link counterattack here at the third base. Oh, special out of position. Does have some reinforcements, but the boys are being pulled. SCVs are going down. How many? 7. 7 SCV kills. Special moves in. Again, it's pure marine. 2 mines as well. We get some okay mine shots with the Bailings. They crash into the fire. They shut them down. Half the bio army left. Means they're buying time. Clutch transfuse. And Solo defends. Solo, he defends. He does force back the army. At the same time, more order hearts into the main. Special with the triple rate. He's crazy. He's an animal, Bobby. Oh my god. I mean, hey, had a good start. Had a good start. Forcing his way further in. Once again, pulling back to his queens. The queens are running out of Engie. Running out of Engie here. Matchup going up. Special moving in. Can he break through? He's close. He's so close to breaking Solar. Bailey's up. They do not quite connect. Special pulls away. Nice kiting. Nice target firing. Especially, yeah, he holds on. I say he holds on. Never mind. Across the map, no. Across the map, Lings, they bust into the mineral line once again. SCVs were going down, and Special, he was all in. He was all in. Ay, ay, ay. And with that, GG. With that, Solar takes game 1. GG. Solar, he does take the first game here. Again, Special, he was popping off. The Raven harass, the Hellion run by, the pushes as well. He was trading well. He was dealing good economic damage. But back at home, he had a hard time defending. He had a hard time defending. He was losing so many SCVs. And with that, Special does tap out. GG. GG, well played. With that, Special, he runs out of steam. And Solar, he survives. He survives Special there. But again, Special, he was popping off. It was a very unique build, of course. Very unique style. Something you don't really see anywhere else. GG. GG, well played. With that, Solar does take a lead, but Special was not looking bad at all in that game, and we'll see what other unique builds Special has in store for us. I would expect not to see the triple Raven harass again, but I'm sure we have something else ready. Let's go. Up next, we're getting into Maganatha. Whew. Getting into Maganatha for game number 2. Saludos desde Magallanes, Chile. Aguante. Oh, good to see you. Good to see you. Saludos, papi, saludos. Desde Chile. Crazy. Saludos, papi, saludos. Bienvenidos. As we're getting into our next game, as we're getting into game number 2. And spawning in the top left-hand corner here, top left-hand corner of Maganatha, we have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the Blue Zerg representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. I got you. My apologies. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have the Mexican Terran player, the Red Terran, once again setting up on the low ground. It is Special. Here we go. As in last game, we had a Rax into Factory into a delayed CC. And it looks like we might go for the same build. No, never mind. Earlier second Rax, 2 Rax Opener, 2 Rax Reaper. Okay, so 2 Rax Reaper out of Special. This time, no faster at Factory. This is a little more standard. This is a little more played out. A little more common, a little more meta. Here we go. Here we go. From here we do have our initial openers. I mean, standard opener out of Solar. With this, Reapers are going to be amassing from the side of SpeCial. And he could throw down a third Rex behind this and go for 3 Rex Mass Reaper. Or just expand. Does have options. The goal here is to delay the third base specifically of the Zerg, and to contain the Zerg play on 2 bases for as long as possible. We'll see what SpeCial can pull off. Koalas have the least developed brains of all mammals. I can believe that. Koalas are very cute. They're very cute, but they're not known for their brains. No. SpeCial does move out. Oh. Once again, going to be threatening the natural. More Reapers are massing. Bearing in mind the Overlord did scout, so Solar, he's aware of the build. He's aware of the 2x Reaper. He saw the timing of the natural CC. So Solar, he knows that it's not going to be too committed here, but he's still contained. And again, this is the purpose. The purpose of this build is to contain the Zerg player to make sure there is no third. And as you can see, there's no expansion. So Solar is stuck on 2 bases. SpeCial, he will invest into how many? Only 3. Okay, 3 Reapers. If there was another expansion, if there was a third base, a faster third, then you could invest into extra Reapers, into a 4th and 5th. SpeCial, he rotates, and he does not find the drone. The drone barely gets away. Oh no! SpeCial dives in, trades with the Zerglings, gets into the main, and does get 1 drone. 1, gets 2. Not bad. 2 workers go down. But SpeCial is pinned in, gets a 3rd drone, gets 3, gets 4. Can we get 5? Ooh, barely not. So 4 drone kills. With that Solar, he does defend, but at a cost, losing 4 workers, and his 3rd base is on the way, but this is delayed. It's a delayed 3rd base for Solar. SpeCial, I would say, quite successful with the initial 2x Reaper. Behind this, turning it into a 2-1-1. No 3rd CC. From here, he could have thrown down like an expansion behind this to build up into a longer macro game, but this is much more committed, much more dedicated on 2 bases. So very aggressive setup here from SpeCial. And this should be a stim timing. I say should be, he's going into Reactor Hellion initially, but we should be seeing a Tech Lab soon. Oh, never mind. There's a reason why there's no Tech Lab. Building up towards an armory into Hellbat. So it's going to be a Reactored Factory Hellion Hellbat push. Let's go. Starport's on the way for Medivacs. This is going to be very dedicated here on 2 bases, very committed. Borderline all in. Borderline all in here from SpeCial. With this build, you can actually pull the boys. You can pull the boys just so they can help repair the Hellbats. Meanwhile, Roachhorn out of Solar. Ooh, nice scouts. Does see Hellions on the way? He saw, I mean, he didn't quite get eyes on whether or not there was an add-on here on that 2nd Rax. So, incomplete information here from Solar is incomplete. Yeah, he's going further in. He needs to confirm. No shot with the other. He's going to see. He's going to confirm. No shot. Roachhorn's almost done. Hellions are amassing. No medevac, by the way. I mean, there is one, but he's going into a Liberator as well. CC in the main base, and the Overlord will confirm the armory. He knows. Does get the armory, he's aware. Queens are amassing, Roaches are now on the way, it's going to be a close hold. As we have 6 Hellbats. 6 Hellbats for SpeCial. Hellbat's going to be waddling in. Solar does evacuate, pulls away. And he's just buying time for the Roaches. 1 Queen is caught out. Gets a Queen. Ideally, though, especially wants more than that. Start stepping in. Ooh. 1 Hellbat goes down. And Solar holds. Yeah, Solar, he holds. The Roaches have arrived. He can now resaturate his 3rd. He can now transfer it back over. And Solar, he will chase this down. Chase him down. Like, whereas Hellbats are cleaned up. Liberator here towards the natural. Liberator has 2 drone kills. 2 kills so far. Oh! Oh, doesn't get the queen. The queen does escape. At the same time, drop it to the main. Not getting too much done. Solar, he is keeping up. Lose the spore. But Solo, look at the economy. Bearing in mind that, remember, especially he was so dedicated on 2 bases. He's down 20 workers. He does now have a 3rd CC, but it's a late 3rd base for SpeCial. It is late. SpeCial moving out. Moving out with another double drop. So double drop on the left, single drop on the right. We'll see if Solar can keep up. Again, Roach is not really known for their mobility, so there's a chance here that the SpeCial can pull Solar apart. But he has to do something to keep Solar busy, because that 3rd base is so delayed here for SpeCial. Oh. Please add a Marine. Marine, denies the expansion. Ooh, kills a drone. Decent pick up here from SpeCial. Delaying the expansion. Saturating his 3rd. He's building up. Juanito, he's getting there. Oh, and do you see what I see? No drones. Solar, he's on 3-base saturation. He cuts workers at 66. That is proper 3-base saturation here from Solar. And what's he doing? 1-1 upgrades and amassing a purely Roach Ravager. Oh boy. And Solar, he's about to max. He will soon max out on Roach Ravager. SpeCial's moving out. Drops are clearing up some creep at least. But I am concerned. As there we go, Solar, he moves out at the same time. SpeCial moves in. Solar, he's forced back home. The base is denied once. That's a kill. That's a kill, not a cancel. Nice pick up. Nice pick up here from SpeCial. He does spot the massive army. He has to get the hell out of here. Has to pull away. And the question becomes, how many tanks? Oh, 2? 2 tanks. 2 tanks, no bunkers. Remember, Solar, he's all in. He's forced all in. He's lost that 4th base twice now. He's rallying everything across the map. The Wilds! They shouldn't connect. Oh my god. They don't connect. There's 2 tanks to defend. 1 in between the bases, 1 here at the 3rd. Yeah, SpeCial trying to reposition. The first tank is going to get filed though. Yeah, the files are brutal. Takes down the first tank. And there's 1 tank left. Yeah, 1 tank remaining. Boys are being pulled. Solar moving in. Files down the other tank. And with that, he's done it. He has broken the 3rd. SpeCial had some good moments here in this game, but alas, he was not ready for the all-in. Not ready to defend. And with that, he'll bleed out all the Marines, the Marauders, and the tank as well. GG gets called, and Solar takes game number 2. GG. GG, well played. Solar, he does take a lead in the series. He does extend his lead, and the pressure is now on SpeCial to bounce back. And again, I will say that between SpeCial and Bjorn, it was a little bit more one-sided in favor of Bjorn. I will say that game 2 was still very close, very back and forth. But here, SpeCial against Solar, SpeCial, he has been able to actually have some stronger moments here. For example, in the last game, SpeCial, he was crippling Solar. He was doing really well, crippling the economy, pushing towards the bases, sniping queens, trading well against the Ling Bane. It was just the Ling run by that caught him with his pants down. Here, bit of a similar story, where SpeCial, I will say the Hellbat push left much to be desired. The Hellbat push was shut down, but he denied the 4th base a couple of times. He was gaining map control. Unfortunately, he just wasn't ready for the all-in. He also had a delayed economy as well. That also slowed down SpeCial. True. I guess 3rd base was laid. He had delayed economy, but he just wasn't ready for Solar to be that committed, and GG. GG well played. With that, he was broken at the 3rd, and now we're getting to game number 3. We're going to be loading into Tokamak. Let's go. Let us go. And we'll see if SpeCial can make a series out of this. We'll see if Solar will claim it here and now. So getting into game 3. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Tokamak, we have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the Blue Zerg representing Team Falcons. Leading the series 2-0. It is Solar. And spawning in the top right-hand corner. I'll fix up his color. Un momento. In the top right, we have the Mexican Terran player. We have the Red Terran. It is SpeCial. Juanito. Here we go. SpeCial has some interesting builds so far here throughout the series. Some interesting openers. But this time, Bunker is... Depot's on the high ground. Rack's going to be on the high ground. This time, there's no 2 Racks Reaper. There's no Racks Factory Expand. This time, standard opener out of SpeCial. Okay, we've gotten it out of our system. Oh my god, CC first! Okay. Juanito. I mean, it is Tokamak. Tokamak is one of the more defensive and larger maps in the map pool. So CC first out of SpeCial. Let's go. So again, he has had a unique opener every game in this series. Has not opened standard at all. That's special for you. Here's Juanito. As from here, we have our initial setup. Likewise, standard opener from Solar, Hatchgas Pool. Hatchgas Pool, Solar, his openers have been pretty standard so far this series. Like, he hasn't really deviated at all. We have seen some different follow-ups, of course, like the Roach all-in that we saw last game out of Solar, but the early game has been pretty standard out of our Zerg player. Especially does go CC first into Marine. This is a little bit risky, but I don't think it's risky against Solar. Basically, what's happening here is that SpeCial is being as greedy as possible, and you see what I see? SpeCial, no scouting. 0 SCV scouts, no SCV scout, no Reaper scout, no nothing. He has no idea what Soul is up to. For all SpeCial knows, there could be a Bane Bust, there could be a Roach Rush, there could be aggression, but Soul is not known for that. He's not known for early game aggression. He's not like a Rogue or a Dark or a Shin. They are willing to go earlier gases and earlier spawning pools. Out of all the Korean Zerg players, Solar, he's the most passive. He's the most standard. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. I'm not saying that he won't all in you. He can, as we saw last game, but that's in the mid game. Referring to specifically the early game, I do think that you can get away with these greedier builds. I say that Solar moves out with his first 4 lings. Boys being pulled here to help deal with this. And Solar, does he get an SCV? He does. Oh, he tries to. SCV does pull away. 1 SCV goes down. Yeah, kills 1 SCV, denies mining. Oh, this is getting a little bit out of hand here. And again, it's only 4 Zerglings, and this was at a normal pool timing as well. This was not an early pool. Yeah, SpeCial struggling a little bit here in the defense. Solar does punish. He does punish. There's still more SCVs off the mineral line. Just a very shaky early game here from SpeCial. Behind this, going into a second factory. He's crazy. Okay. He gets scouted. No, he gets scouted. No, he gets seen. He's going for a second factory into what looks to be, I would imagine, Mass Cyclone into Battle Meg. There we go. 3rd factory's on the way. But Solar, he saw everything in the main. He knows. And what we have at Roach Warren. Throws down the Roach Warren to react, or as a reaction, as a response. Solar, he sees all, he knows all. And Solar's getting ready. Okay, the Roach Warren's about to finish. Roach production on the horizon. This looks like a 2-base all-in. 2-base all-in out of SpeCial. If this was macro, we'd see a third base already. There'd be a 3rd CC, but there's no 3rd. Yeah, Macville Accelerators going into Mass Cyclone. Let's go! It's going into Mass Cyclone, baby. But again, because it's been scouted, Solar here has Roaches in production. 9 Roaches on the way. Solar does cut workers early. Hellions to go for the dive. They tried to, but Solar's ready. Solar, he is ready. He is in position. Roaches are moving out, and I don't think that Solar has to be aggressive here. I don't think he has to take initiative, but sure, he's pushing out. Bearing in mind that, remember, Special's going 2 base all in, so I would say that if Solar was a little bit more defensive, that'd be a little bit of a greater setup, but alas, he's just rallying. He's just going for his own all in. Lings are flooding across the map. Macville Accelerator is not done. This is actually going to be hitting before the upgrade. No shot. Yeah, this does hit before Macfield. Boys are being pulled. Hellions rally in. And Solar, he's busting through. He's snowballing out of control, takes down the first couple of workers. And with that, Solar has control of the natural. Behind this, Solar, he's droning, he's saturating. Lair begins. Lair droning up, saturating his third base. Again, Solar doesn't have to push into the natural or push into the main. He's going for a third. Well, the mineral line does get into the mineral line. Roaches, they force their way in. Oh, it is a bit of a meat grinder here. The Hellions, they get a lot of value here at the choke points. But Solar gets in anyway. Yeah, he gets in. Takes out the Cyclone. Does catch the Hellions. Focusing down another Cyclone. Down to 2. Solar takes out as much as he can. Is going to be cleaned up. The damage has been done. And behind this Solar, he's on 52 drones. He has a booming economy. The economy is there. The lair is almost done, working towards road speed. And Special is in a brutal position here. The problem is that Special, remember, he was not building up towards the mid game. There's no expansion, there's no third CC, there's nothing. So he's all in with a crippled economy. It's all or nothing here for Special. Is moving out with whatever he can. What does he have? He has 3 Cyclones, 5 Hellions, and a Dream. Let's go. Blue Flame is on the way. That's ambitious. Getting into Blue Flame. And again, if Special was able to properly hide his build, if he was able to save and hide his second factory, there's a high chance that Solar would have been droning. He would have been droning, would have been getting into Ling Vein, not into Roaches. But Solar, he saw everything. And he had a solid response. A solid reaction. Didn't kill Special, but did cripple him. Cyclones, they get a couple of lock-ons. Yeah, they lock on, they take down a couple of Roaches. Solar collapsing in. Catching out some of the Hellions. The lock-ons are brutal though. The Cyclones, they're getting value. They're trading well for themselves. But Solar starts forward. Roach speed is done. And Solar he overwhelms. He overwhelms the army. Solar steps in. GG gets called, and Solar, he will clean up the Cyclones, shut down Special, and take the series 3-0. GG. Ooh, GG, well played. Congratulations here to Solar as he does claim the series, does take down Special. But a shout out to Special here because even though Game 3 was a little bit more brutal, like Game 3 was maybe the most in favor of Solar, Game 1 and Game 2, Special, he had his moments. He had his definitely had his time there against Solar, where he was definitely making him sweat, definitely giving him a hard time in Game 1 and Game 2. But in the end, Solar, he was able to secure himself and able to claim it in the end. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations here to Solar, to Beyond, and to Creator for being the winners of our show matches. GG, well played. Again, Creator, he was able to pop off against Beyond earlier. We had Beyond over Special and then Solar over Special as well. And again, I was pleasantly surprised to see Special a part of these show matches. Special, as I mentioned before, he has been very inactive. He's been very inactive this year in 2025. He hasn't played in too much. He recently came back for the EWC qualifiers and recently started practicing again. Recently started devoting more time to the game and even joined us here for these show matches. GG, well played. Great to see Special once again, and hope to see more of him in the future. GG. And with that, we are going to be wrapping up for the morning. So again, a bit of a shorter broadcast today, at least in the morning. I say shorter broadcast, still 3 hours. But on average, our casts are like 4 hours. I say on average 4 hours because we've been doing so much. We've been casting so much StarCraft. I don't know if that's true anymore. Like I think our average has gone up to like maybe 6 or 8 hours at this point. But regardless, GG, well played. And if you are unsatiated, if you want some more StarCraft, then we have you covered later on this evening. Bam! Here we go. As you can see here, we have our schedule lined up ahead of us here. We just wrapped up with our morning broadcast of Kanoya Showmatches. Meanwhile, we have the StarCraft Evolution League later on tonight. That's going to be at 7 p.m. KST. That's going to be at 8 p.m. AEST. That is going to be in 7 hours. In 7 hours' time, we're going to be live with some more StarCraft with a special edition, by the way. Mito, he was freaking out in the chat earlier. We have a returning player. We have a returning player here. Here we go. We have a returning player as we can have a look at the bracket itself. Bam. This is a sneak peek for tonight. So for those who are curious, StarCraft Evolution League, that is a mod. That is StarCraft Evolution. That is a mod that does bring together Brood War and SE2. And it does have its own player base. That's interested, of course, in competing in this kind of format. And we have some regulars. We have 3 Point, we have Geralt, we have Wayne, we have the SCC, we have Bratok, we have Lunacy, we have Prome. These are regulars. These are players that we expect to see in these tournaments. But do you see what I see? There in the quarterfinals, Tasia. Oh my god, it's summer. It's not summer here in Australia, but it's summer somewhere in the world. And Tasia, he has returned. We have seen a couple of players come back for StarCraft Evolution. We saw Sue. Of course, Sue, he was competing in StarCraft Evolution alongside some modern players. Kyrian, he came back for StarCraft Evolution. The STC came back for StarCraft Evolution. And Tasia, he has made his return. This is the first time that Tasia's competing in years. When was the last time Tasia played? Hold on. Tasia, Wikipedia. Must have, like, if you remember, he came back for Legacy. He came back after military service. He had a lackluster performance at GSL. I want to say this was pre-COVID, maybe 2018. Was it like 2018, 2019? Let's have a look. Like, like I say recently, I guess that's like 6 or 7 years ago at this point, but just crazy. Just double taking 2020, that's it. So it was the first year of COVID. That's the last year of Tasia. So 2020, that was just under 5 years ago. Just under 5 years ago is when Tasia was last competing. So it's been 5 years. It's been 5 years since Tasia was active in StarCraft. And he has made his return here for StarCraft Evolution. Now, is this going to be a permanent thing? Is he going to come back on a regular basis, or is this a one-time thing instead? Hard to say. Hard to say. Also, if you remember, we had a show match between Shin and Dice. This was last week, and there was a lot of speculation as to who Dice was. And if you remember, my assumption was that Dice was a player, a StarCraft 2 player that retired a while ago. And I was thinking it was maybe like Guilty or Bravo, or like a player that maybe retired, like coming into Legacy sort of thing. Again, Dice was not his actual ID. Dice was an alternate ID, and it was hiding his you know, who he was. With Tasia making his return here, was Dice Tasia? Maybe. I mean, it'd be kind of weird if it was, because that was a week ago. Like, it was recent, so you would think that if Tasia wanted to hide who he was, he'd hide it a little bit longer. So I'm curious to see how he plays. Like, Dice definitely had a certain playstyle. He had a certain playstyle, so we can compare Tasia to Dice, and maybe they play similarly enough where it's like, oh, maybe that was Tasia, or maybe it was someone else. Like, I'm still leaning towards, you know, like not a Keen, maybe an Alive, maybe like a Salvation or a Forte, but yeah, we'll find out. We will find out. Okay, look forward to it later on tonight. It's gonna be this evening. Meanwhile, big shout out to Matador in the chat. Papi guy, good to see you, Papi. Good to see you. Matador. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a good stream. I hope you had a great event. Bom dia, Papi. Bom dia. Gracias, Papi. Gracias. Matador. Just catching up. Time to ladder. Oh no. Not like this. Tempting. But yeah, it's great to see Tasia return, and I'm curious to see how informed he is. Because, again, Dice, he was looking very good in StarCraft Evolution. Like, he was looking very well practiced. If Tasia comes out in this tournament looking like a beast, then, again, there's a high chance that he was playing under an alternate ID previously and playing as Dice. Here we go. For now though, we are going to be wrapping up. We're going to be wrapping up here for the morning. Again, we just wrapped up our Kanoya Showmatches, and this is a teaser for later on tonight. For StarCraft Evolution. Oh boy. So look forward to that. That's going to be in 7 hours. It's going to be in 7 hours time. Otherwise, with that, we are done for the morning. When it comes to the rest of our weekly schedule, we have Pegasaur Cup tomorrow. Pegasaur Cup is tomorrow. We have the DreamHack Dallas replay cast. That's going to be on Thursday and Friday. I'll be honest, we might change that to only Thursday instead. That might just become a Thursday cast. As opposed to a full week cast. We have the Pwn cast over on Thursday evening. If we only do DreamHack one day, then the other cast is going to be Uthermal 2v2. It's going to be the Uthermal 2v2 qualifier cast instead. And we have Home Story Cup over the weekend. Home Story Cup is over the weekend. Yeah, so plenty of content throughout the week, as always, here on the CranKy Ducklings, as always. Oh. So do look forward to it. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. We do appreciate it. When it comes to ladder, tomorrow, because as you can see here, tomorrow we only have one cast. We only have the Pegasaur Cup. So tomorrow I should be laddering. I will go live after the cast with some StarCraft ladder. For today, I'm gonna go. I have to look after my new kids. Apparently, oh no. So we'll be heading on over there, just making sure that we're able to one, I have to schedule VODs anyway. I have to get some work, but some IRL things have come up. So yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for the support. And again, I should be back tomorrow with some StarCraft, with some ladder and casting, of course. And again, in 7 hours time with StarCraft Evolution. We got you covered. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. You can follow us over on the socials. We do stream on YouTube at the same time. So we stream on YouTube, we stream on Twitch. We actually stream on TikTok, on Facebook, and on Kick as well. So we're live on all the platforms, live everywhere. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for the support. And again, you can support us on Patreon as well. Our Patreon is designed to fund our tournaments. Sparkling Tuna Cup is a weekly tournament, and we do fund it all through the Patreon. So you can support us there if you wish. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys tonight for some StarCraft Evolution, for some Tasia, or tomorrow for the Pegasaur Cup. See you then. And again, if you're in the Americas, if our cast in 7 hours is at a rough time for you, then that's what the VODs are for. That's what YouTube is for. So check it out over on YouTube. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys later on tonight or tomorrow for some more StarCraft. See you then. Ciao. Bye. Ciao. See you then.